Alright, hello. It's working okay. Alright, there we go. Hello friends. How's it going? Hello, Lazad. Hello, Cloudyak. It's the Cakes. Welcome. Ankit. Hello, One Drunk Man. Saraji Man. Hello. Kwapa. Christian. Kupo. Hello. LFK. Hello. Avo. El Kwan. Hello. Do you enter 910 ME, Diego? I did not. Because I still have the unit that I was sent, so I didn't enter. Oh, Mr. Ivan, hello. Avo, oh, you said hi. Mr. Cute, hello. CEO of the Lightning Cord. Like the classic black HKB merch? Yeah, it's a pretty cool shirt actually. On the back it has like the Topper switch blueprint or whatever. Kind of like very patent style. Let's see. Alright. Anyway, how's it going? So today we're doing a few things. Just really a couple of things. We're just building a GAF 910 for a client. And then we're also going to be showing some new HKB products, which if you haven't seen already, there was a tweet and also a press release in the Japan office as well. But if you do HKB, you can go to the teaser video for the products that are going to be released. But yeah, I'll be showing those today because, well, they've already been teased after all. Man, I want to ask, how expensive is it to make a keyboard like that at home? I would say it varies a lot. I mean, keyboard kits can be as low as sub $100, or like I'll say it's like sub $150 actually. And then plus parts and whatnot, let's say you add another maybe like, let's say like $35 for switches. And then like some miscellaneous parts like stabilizers and other things. So maybe like, you know, I'll say like $200 and $250 maybe for like the cheapest custom keyboard kit, and that price can go all the way up by hundreds of dollars depending on what you decide to buy ultimately. And then obviously you need the tools if you happen to be soldering, for example, or if you need like other things that you may not have, like maybe you don't have a screwdriver or something like that. Yeah, so you would have to look. Can you get the folks at HKB to make a shirt that says "Don't lube your PCBs"? that would be pretty funny. Although I guess they can't really. Technically, I guess the HKB folks don't quite encourage people to open up their entire boards. But even the stock experience is pretty decent, especially nowadays with the current line of keyboards. So. Yeah. Around 100, I think that's the very low end of it. I think for most custom keyboards, you're probably gonna be thinking at least around 200 bucks, and then up. But you can get like a pre-built for under 100, or like something that's on the cheaper side in general, and then you can modify that, but you have to figure out how to yourself. So it's a bit more DIY than that. Yeah. All right. So let's get right to it. What should we start with? Should we start with? I guess we should start with the products, because that's what's been teased. So if you do exclamation HKB, you'll actually see the teaser video. But the bottom line of the products that we're going to be showing today is that there is 3 different things, or actually 2 different things. There is one for the keyboards and one for the keycaps, right? So tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, US Pacific time, so that's 12 p.m. Eastern US time, right? So 12 p.m. my time. Tomorrow, the HHKB hybrid, HHKB Professional hybrid is going to drop, and those will be the Snow Edition HKBs. They will both come in a blank. There will be a blank model, and there will be a printed model, meaning printed keycaps. So keycaps with legends. So that's going to be tomorrow. That's going to be through the HKB US website, or most likely that's going to direct you to the Fujitsu Scanner Store webfront, and then you can purchase it there, and you'll figure out the transaction and whatnot. I don't have any direct links or anything like that, so I can't really tell you, but it's tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. And then second, for the keycaps, is going to be on November 3rd at the same time, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. You can figure out time conversion if you're in other regions, but that's for North America, for the US drop. Do you know if it's a limited thing, or they gotta keep stocking Snows? I don't know that. I unfortunately don't know if it's limited, if it's a certain number of them. I don't know that. All I know, it's a release of stock that they have, and I don't know if it's limited. I don't know if they're going to keep making it. No idea. So that's not a detail I know. That acting, great video with Marcia, Tiny, and gang. Wait, I wasn't in there though. It was just Huey, Marcia, Tiny, and what's his name? The other fellow who was also like in the photo shoot. I believe he's affiliated with the media folks over at HKB. Anyway, so that's that. So let me show you some goodies. So we have this black bag over here. Zosco asks, hey Diego, you have built some Iron 165, so I have a question for you. On the R2 model, does changing the weight from the stock alu to brass, copper, or stainless steel affect the sound worth paying the extra? Ooh. I think will it be worth paying the extra? I think only if you also prioritize maybe the aesthetics element of it and like the additional heft. Would it make a huge difference? I actually don't know. Like, I haven't had a keyboard where I have an aluminum weight and a brass weight, for example, and I can just swap them in. I haven't done that before. So, in other words, I can't quite tell you, like, like I can't tell you an A-B comparison between the two cases, right? Some people say that it will make a difference, but I don't know how. And I think every case varies, so it will change every time you do it, like depending on what keyword it is. So yeah, I think you will have to think about it in do I really want the weights as an add-on aesthetic element, as well as perhaps if it has the additional benefit of changing the sound or whatever, then you can, But at that point, you're kind of speculating on the sound part. It actually could be negative. In effect, So yeah, it's kind of hard to say. All right, so here is the keyboard that we're gonna show. It's the same exact packaging as the previous version that came out. So it's completely white, as you can see. There's a part number, date. The date is 2022. It says September, but I assume it's pretty recent. Oh, not focused. All right, and of course it says HKB, PFU Limited over there. HKB, professional hybrid, essentially. And then here on the side, I have the keycap sets. There is a keycap set that is non-printed and a keycap set that is printed, and I'll be showing those. Again, these will not release, like standalone keycap sets will not release until November. So you will not see these tomorrow in this store, okay? Just so you know. So I'm gonna put this aside just so that you don't get confused. Alright. So just open this up, and it's super simple. Ba-bum. We have HHKB professional hybrid, completely unprinted. No print anywhere. No logo at the corners. No logo anywhere else. No printing on the keycaps. Completely blank Snow keycaps. So the Snow White is very different from the regular white or like gray/white that their base model has always been. It's a much cooler and actual like kind of snow looking white. Very stark white, as well as the case. So it is different from prior iterations of the HKB in that sense. But a year ago they had the 25th anniversary, and this was released only in Japan initially, and they had a limited number of them with the print on the like for logos and stuff on the EU and the North American store. But basically we haven't seen any releases of this particular version in ANSI in the States. So this will be dropping tomorrow as well, and is actually currently on sale through the Fujitsu store in Japan. If you have a Japanese proxy, you can do that. That's up to you. Some people have done it because, you know, US yen conversion, that kind of stuff. You worry about it. I'm not going to talk too much about those details. You figure it out. You can Google things up. You can ask people around. It's not very difficult. So what site is this going on sale tomorrow? I suggest checking two places. I suggest checking the HKB US website. I also suggest checking the Fujitsu, the PFU Fujitsu scanner store web front, where you actually see the store listings for the HKB. I suggest checking those two places. I don't have an exact direct link, so I can't direct you to one specific place. Yeah. So yeah. So that's the HHKB. As you can see, quite an early unit. Has a serial number 2, which is pretty cool. And this was sent to me to check out again. PDKB800YNS. I assume Y is Yuki, NS, maybe N is for the no print, and S is maybe for silent, perhaps. Maybe this is a type S. It's my educated guess that this is a type S. Actually, I don't know if it says on the box. Doesn't say, actually. It just says US layout, non-printed, type. Oh yeah, it is type S Snow. So I was correct. The serial number, I mean the model number is the 800 is for the hybrids, and then Y is for Yuki, which is snow in Japanese, N is probably for unprinted, and then S probably for silent. Is there only a white one? Yeah, so tomorrow's release is the white one only, yes. I mean, you can always get the regular beige white or the charcoal ones, which have always been available, Avo. Those have always been available. You can probably purchase them through either like Amazon, mechanicalkeywords.com, and the direct store. If you happen to purchase from mechanicalkeyboards.com, you can also use the creator code Lightning. That just provides a kickback, because you know, it's just to shill myself really. But anyway, so here comes some manuals, just a manual in Japanese, a manual in Chinese, a manual in English, a manual in French, safety precautions, more safety precautions, and a Mac OS related guide in English and Japanese. Pretty cool. But that's probably standard. Comes with two AA batteries. Two AA batteries, which you can just put right into the HKB when you get it. But it's pretty simple. You just open this compartment up and you put them in. And then I think I can try pairing it now. Let me see if it works. Okay, turned on. Okay, so that looks like it's looking for the computer. Alright, HKB hybrid. Okay, it says I need to type for enter. Alright, great. Great. So now it works, it seems. Now it wait. Oh shoot. It doesn't have the settings that I need. So for Windows, I like having it in Win mode, which requires this dip switch to be on. There's a manual of the dip switches in the back. I like having my backspace over there, so switch that one, and my Alt. I think that should do. So yes, this is no different from any previous HKBs if you have seen. So this is going to be, now this is working. I am typing via Bluetooth on this HHKB Hybrid Type S Snow Edition with blank Snow White keycaps. Haha. Very cool. Thok. Alright. I type like a boomer. Alright. Alright. So that's pretty much what it is. You can easily turn it off. Just keep this button pressed. It'll flash red and it turns off. But yeah, you can pair this with several devices. You can use this with your iPad if you want, etc. It does have a battery compartment, so it kind of sticks out in the back. The USB-C port here is if you want to upgrade the firmware. You can actually also use it wired if you want. Like, let's say you don't have the batteries charged, or like you have like new batteries, you can actually use the wired mode for it. Yeah, it's very nice. Are there any GMK beige sets coming soon? There have been so many though. I mean, I guess the soonest one might be Heine beige, right? Which might come in December, but that's also a pre-order, so you'll be still waiting like another year for that to ship. So I would say that if you want something beige, you could always pre-order through like Space Cables, the GMK classic beige one that they ran, the KA1953 rerun. Yeah, etc. Is there anything like VIA for HHKB? Yeah, so you can actually reprogram your HHKB if you go to the so actually, well, I have this currently off again. So if you go to the so HHKB programming tool, Heine beige or classic beige? I actually like classic beige better, personally, for some kidding reasons and also for some of the novelties. So actually at happyhackingkb.com/download, you can actually find the key map tool. So basically what you need to do is download the key map tool. You can also download the appropriate firmware, which if you scroll down below, you can find it for the hybrid or the classic, and you can actually update your layout through the key map tool. So yeah, it is reprogrammable starting from the Pro 3 or / Pro Classic Hybrid, the current line of keyboards. So that essentially kind of works like VIA in that sense. It's really not difficult. If you have a Hasu controller, for like the Pro 2 or the Pro 1, for example, you can actually use VIA because, funnily enough, I was the person who ported the HHKB Hasu controller to VIA. It was on TMK, but then I was like, why am I doing this whole TMK thing through Hasu's website when I could be using VIA? So I actually made the JSON file for that and ported it over to VIA. That was like one of my first things that I ever tried doing with VIA. It was like HHKB and the old GH60 revision C PCB. Which is a very classic PCB that was like, you know, like $30 on what's the store name? I'm suddenly forgetting. The G60. Where did the G60 sell again? Oh, Tech Keys. That's right, Tech Keys. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, those are like my only contributions to VIA, so to speak. But that was me back in the day when we still had just the Pro 2. Yes, so you cannot, so for example, the key map tool only works to remap some keys. If you don't like the stock HHKB layout, like the original HHKB layout, it kind of sucks because you are kind of forced into it. I guess it makes sense in the sense that it is, you know, it is its own unique layout. So it probably tries to push for that among its users. So that is inconvenient. If you want to remap the HHKB through other tools, through Mac, you can do it using Carabiner Elements, or I know that on like PC you can also use like Auto Hotkey if you want. But yeah, like FN keys and things like that can be a little iffy. I actually don't know. That would be a little bit different. Yeah. You would have to figure out what the actual key code that it's sending is going to be to the computer, so it actually like reads that. Yeah, so yeah, I think it would just be a matter of figuring that part out for firmware. I assume that like someone may figure, I mean, I guess there may be some aftermarket solutions for QMK, even for the Pro 3, but I don't know for the hybrid, the Bluetooth version. So that's something that I actually, the scope of my knowledge ends right there. Alright, so, and then this last thing that I got here, oh, just fell out, is this keychain, or actually like, you know, what are they called? I mean, I guess this is kind of like a keychain. It's like the thing that you can hang, like a charm, I guess? Like things that you can hang on your phone or like whatever. Or maybe like your car thingy. Just has a HKB 25th anniversary keycap in Snow White, and it has a you know, Topre 45 gram. Oh man, this is kind of tough to take out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just a keycap. Talking everywhere, anytime. Yeah, I can put this on my keychain and it will probably work fine. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wonder if I can just undo this and lube it a little too. That would be kind of fun. Anyway, pretty cool. Just a little charm that I got, I guess, as a little bonus. All right, so that's it for the board. So this board tomorrow at 9 AM Pacific. Next, we have the keycap sets. Keycap sets right here. So the first keycap set here is the unprinted version, which is going to be the same as the one right there, only for HKB. So here is the box. Open it up. We have some, I guess, manual kind of thing. You actually get a keycap puller, which is pretty sweet. You actually get a regular modern style keycap puller with the wire and everything, which is kind of nice. So, you know, you can just check it out, but it's a standard keycap puller with the plastic the plastic handle. Diego, is there a correct order for sub-legends and non-sub-legend control and alt keys, like with Hangul sets? Yes, there is. The ones with the sub-legends go on the right for both alt or control. Those are supposed to be on the right side of the board. The non-sub-legend one goes on the left for Hangul. Yeah. Alright, and then there's a box here that probably... Oh, it's just a filler box? Yeah, it's just a filler box. Just recyclable material. And then I assume the keycaps are right here. And there they are. Do you know the MSRP on these sets? I do not. I actually do not. The MSRP I guess is going to be comparable to whatever Japan is selling them for. So you can do the conversion. I actually don't know what they're selling for right now in the Japanese, like Amazon or like PFU. I mean, like the Fujitsu stores. So you might just want to check. But it's probably going to be similar. All right, so it's just that it's just a stack of cardboard here that basically contains the blings, the keycaps. So it's all recyclable material, so that's kind of nice. But there it is. That's HKB layout compatible. So it's just the 60 keys. So yeah, there you have it. It's 45 in Japan before shipping and fees, so probably closer to 60 in the US. Sounds about right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Probably like around 50, 60 bucks in retail. And then, you know, depending on your state, you probably have to pay shipping and taxes. So just consider that too. All right, cool. So that's the unprinted set. Just blank, pretty standard. So I'll show you the printed set now, because this one is, well, boring and nice looking. Alright, the printed set here is a bit new. It's different. So it contains the same stuff, right? Keycap holder, the spacer here, and a piece of cardboard. And here is our printed set. Try to take it out without this, putting them in this array. So it is a little bit different. The new set here has lowercase for the modifiers, and they are justified either left or right depending on which side they're in. And then you also have centered capital letter uppercase legends for the main alphas. So a bit different with how it looks on the regular. Do I have a regular HKB here with legends? Hold on. I probably do. But the old style I can show you. Alright, so this is the unit that So this is the HKB that I purchased in the aftermarket when I was looking for one. So this is the original font. It's a bit different. It's left justified for the most part. So you can actually see the differences. So yeah. So different sizes, a little different here and there. Definitely a lot more empty space on the new ones. And yeah, center legends on the new ones. But yeah, these are the main differences. The sub legends are pretty much exactly the same because they pretty much comprise the same functionality that the HKB has. Personally, I like the centered legends. I actually am not opposed to centered legends on cylindrical keycaps. I've actually never been really against it. I can't say I like love the lowercase modifier keys, but it is like a style that I've seen some keycap manufacturers and as well as some keycap folks in general kind of lean towards. It's definitely niche, and it definitely lends a little bit of that more like current era electronics. But that said, yeah, it's just another style of doing this. That said, yeah, so these are the new printed keycaps for the Snow. So if you don't like them, you can always get it blank. right? That's always an option that you have. If you want to get an old set, unfortunately, you will have to look for an older set out there, which actually would only come with the older, I mean, like the version of the HKB hybrid snow type that released a year ago. So that would be another way to get the older style Legend keycaps. But yeah, this is the new one. I think it looks crisp and nice. But again, definitely different styling. If it's not your cup of tea, just get the blank one. That's pretty much as simple as it gets. But yeah, so this should be pretty much priced similarly to the ones that are blank. So it's up to you to decide which ones you like more. Yep. But yeah, I think the legends and themselves and whatnot, they're all kind of the same. I mean, there's like some abbreviations that are a bit different and whatnot, but for the most part, it looks the same. Just the placement of legends and the sizing is slightly different. Yeah. Maybe my boomer eyes tell me that the larger typeface is a little bit more appealing to me, but I like blanks. I pretty much use blanks all the time for Topre, so I guess I don't really end up caring too much that the lettered ones are like this. But again, it's pretty subjective, so you can always look into it yourself and figure it out. Yeah, if you haven't seen, there is like a PFU Fujitsu announcement from the Japan office that has really nice photos. Actually, they did a nice photo shoot. They like hired somebody, and you know, it's all really nice. The whole like press release, so you can always check that one for more photos and stuff, instead of having to, you know, dig pixels in the VOD or in the teaser video that was recently put out. All right. So that's it. So that's what I have for that. Okay. Diego keyboarding, please use your influence to force PFU to make more blanks in different colors. I hope it were that easy. I mean, I hope that I guess us people in the US can also convince you know, because at the end of the day, the company is not just the US, but it's also, it has the Japanese branch, like, which is the main branch, and yeah, so there's a little bit of that, a little bit of this. I don't think it will be too easy, but I mean, it'll be a kind of fun. I mean, it'll be fun to see more options, though. I mean, they have expressed interest in seeing more options, just in general. I just don't know how soon. That's all. All right, cool. Move forward. Moving forward, we have this GAF X TGR 910 that we're building today. This is actually the same board that you saw a few streams ago, when I was comparing it to the whatchamacallit, to the 910 V2 ME. Also, Extra Prius, thank you so much for gifting us up to Carbon. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. All right, let's unpack this. You've probably already seen it before, but it's just the case here. This one is in silver. As you can see, it does come in Matrix Lab packaging, which implies that it was made by Matrix Lab, which it is indeed the case, no pun intended. Here we have an aluminum plate, and I guess it's more like a gray than a silver. It's kind of, yeah, it's like a light gray, I guess. No, it's still silver, I guess. Maybe slightly darker tone-wise. Also, Sirius, how's it going? How you doing? We have our PCB here. Our PCB is a PCB from McLovin Studio. There's a HANA 910 PCB with some extra flair for the GAF version. Alright, let's tear off that part here. Carbon and I chatted like a year ago about tattoos, and I followed him on IG recently. Realized he was like him a month ago. Oh, cool! A small world, huh? That's interesting. That's fun. All right. And we have some MX Blacks here. I think these are TX Film 55 gram springs, maybe? They do seem pretty light. So I do think this might be 55 gram springs. But yeah. Lube with maybe 205. Alright. So I guess I'll just show you the case here really quick. Up close. It has a nice copper badge in the GAF logo style here. There's a daughterboard socket over there. The case is just silver on both sides. It is the seamless style, so you could call this kind of like more like a V3 as opposed to V2 of the ME that we have seen before. Has a Toblerone kind of weight that has an engraving that says GAF stylized. It currently has this plastic cover, and then it has the daughterboard USB port sticking out from the center. Then it has a copper weight in the middle here that has GAF line art, and then TGR and 910 stylized by GAF himself in the bottom back plate that's made out of aluminum and uses standard SJ5302 bonbons from 3M. It is indeed a keyboard though, yes. Alright, so let's just go ahead and start building. First things first, I might as well test our PCB. Wait, where did I just drop the daughterboard cable? Maybe I didn't take it out. Oh no, here it is. All right, daughterboard cable, and give it a shot here. Alright, let's open a via here. Alright, recognize the PCB right away, which is awesome. Let's see, we're gonna do 7U today. And I do have a question for the chat. Let's see, the poll here is backspace, full, split. Alright, you can vote. And in the meantime, I'll be programming this PCB and checking it. Personal build? No, it's not. It's not a personal build. Alright, so in the meantime though, left control, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, split backspace is kind of pushing through, huh? Cool. Alright, I guess that's fine. I don't know. Alright, whatever. Ah, it looks like we might do split backspace today. Cool. Alright, that's fine with me. Either way is fine. Saves me time if I do split, I guess. My 910 is split backspace and it is based? Okay. Put in my order for CRPR5 today. I always wanted a tulip set. Nice! Tulip's nice. Totally is a cool set. Pretty versatile too, because it's essentially it's basically like, you know, standard beige, and then you have a little extra. Okay, so pipe goes here until the. All right, cool. Let's test it out. Alright, so split backspace today. So we're only gonna use 3 stabs. ANSI for the rest. I think step caps lock. And 7U. Just the ISO key, and there it is. All right, cool. Everything works. Nice. Can unplug that and turn that off. All right. So PCB is good to go. So we'll go ahead and go ahead and do stabs. So for stabs today, we're just gonna have some cherry clip-ins. So 1, 2, let's see, left shift, space bar, and enter is all I need. Right? Yeah. So left shift, space bar, and enter. And the wires as needed. Alright, and then just grab a pair of flush cutters and cut our little legs here from the inserts. Clipping our stabilizers here. For cherry stab, you have to do that. Unless you want this to be a bit cushioned by those legs, which hit the bottom usually if you don't. Anyway, it is only Tuesday. How's y'all's Tuesday going so far? How's y'all's weeks going so far? I have to say today's been a bit of a train wreck of a day for me. In this, okay, that's exaggerating, to be honest. Okay, no, it's been more so it's been chill, but I've also not gotten enough work that I need to get done. So I'll probably be going back to work after this. It's going all right otherwise, but I feel like the weather's been changing a lot. Like, it is pretty warm out here, actually. It's like I actually still deal with the weather in Celsius. It's like 20 degrees Celsius today, and it's humid as hell today. It was really humid today, and so I was like, man, like, this weather sucks. Like, I was out and like like running errands and like coming to work and stuff, and oh god, it's kind of nasty out there, My productivity increase in the winter. Summer just makes me uncomfortable. So I have a terrible time with seasons. It's so funny. In the summer I get slow because it's all hot and humid, right? And it gets me all lethargic and tired. And then in the winter it gets dark early. It gets cold and rainy, at least here in New York City. And so I start getting depressed and shit. So it's like, the extreme weather, I can't, it's not even that extreme. It's just more that I'm sensitive to it without even knowing. So yeah, kind of unfortunate if you think about it. Yeah, it's a little chilly in the morning. Yeah, that was today. It was a little chilly in the mornings. I was like wearing a sweater, wearing a jacket, right? And then like afternoon came by and it was humid and kind of hot. Probably humid because it's been like overcast, like slash slightly rainy, so it's not been very pleasant. It kind of like stays in the air, you know, like not even actually raining. So with the temperature being up, it was kind of like uncomfortable. For October 25th too, which I was like, isn't it kind of too late for this to be kind of warm? Have 3 more pages of an essay due left tonight. Best of luck, John Shy Guy. Want to leave the industry I'm in? Wow. That's yeah. Changing careers is tough. Not that I have too much experience with that myself, but weather messing up my layers? Yeah. I actually don't like that. I actually dislike it when the layers are messed up. Like, you know, like when I like overdress or underdress. It's just so annoying. Heat in the morning, AC in the afternoon? Well, no AC for me anymore, but yeah, still not comfortable. Although I guess if you work in an office space, it's like it switches automatically because of thermostats and stuff. It's kind of irritating. Really messes me up by the end of the day. Here in San Diego, it'll be raining in the morning, and 3 p.m. it'll be hot as hell in beach time. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I just want my fall weather, you know? Like, let me enjoy the few weeks of slightly brisk and cool weather. Sweater weather. Or a light scarf or something. Or a light jacket. I guess in the car, yeah. I've become a nice coffee person now. To know a hot, warm coffee person? You know, it's funny. I actually crave cold drinks in the winter. A lot. I crave ice cream and cold coffee in the winter a lot. Even though I do still drink hot coffee and like hot tea or whatever, I do sometimes crave hot, like cold drinks. Like ice cold drinks. Or like a cold dessert. You know? Although I can't say that's me in the summer. In the summer I definitely don't crave anything hot, but in the winter for some reason I do kind of have a bit of that duality. Actually, ice cream in the cold is kind of bomb. Summer hot pot is brutal. I've had summer hot pot before. Actually, I think it was last summer. I had a friend who was like, hey, I'm visiting and I don't know why, but I kind of want hot pot. I was like, what the heck? Are you crazy? Like, okay, I mean, I was like, fine. I mean, I guess it is like AC indoors, you know? I guess you do have AC indoors and like, I guess you don't feel the heat as much when you're inside because, you know, it's going to be all dry and air conditioned. But yeah, still not quite pleasant. It's still like humid every time the door opens, like this gush of humidity coming in. And of course, like with all the hot pot going on, it's like, okay, that's just too much. What are the big features that stand out of this board? You mean of this board? I mean, so I guess the main appeal of the GAF 910, to be specific, I mean, so the TGR 910 we've kind of talked about in the previous stream, which is like the TGR 910 was probably the first keyboard to have a corner blocker in the custom mechanical keyboards, like among custom mechanical keyboards. Like the original TGR 910 was the first to have the corner blocker. So all subsequent boards after that were probably like derived or inspired from it. And then yeah, it's just use a standard top mount. Recently like had the O-ring mount added, which is just kind of like a hybrid extra bonus. If you want like a softer typing experience. Other than that, it's like a pretty clean and neat design, like kind of classic looking. The GAF 910 specifically though, it's a collab to feature the art of a particular artisan keycap maker / artist named GAF Caps. GAF also stands for grimy as fuck. And so the art is featured all over the board, like the badge is the logo, like the bottom like weight part, it's like the line art that they had created for like they had actually created like digital art for it, and it's basically the line art adapted into the weight. So yeah, the GAF 910 is more so about featuring the art of the maker in particular, and taking the blueprint of the original 910, I guess. That's kind of like the gist of it. Imagine if okay, I don't even think I need to click on the link to know. Is that the version with the #1 key blocked ODM? Pretty sure. Like, it's a pose that he made today, right? Yeah. That's the. I think that was like the first proto or something like that. Yeah, that I remember seeing that back in the day when he posted it to like KB Customs and stuff, and he was just like talking about it. It's just like, it's pretty funny, but at the same time, like if you think about it, it's super impractical in the sense that it will actually mess you up on the spacing, because like for example on a TKL, right, you have your escape key and then you have a gap and then you have your F row keys, right? That works because it's like that's like that on the full size / TKL, right? But if you actually have like your regular number separated by a 1U blocker separated from the escape, it will be so odd. I mean, I think you would hit escape fine, but then you would constantly hit the blocker thinking that 1 is there. So I think that would be kind of funny. Imagine if this made to GB. What's that? Oh, that's cool. Oh, it looks like it was painted over though, actually. I still see the original line work on there. Looks like they painted over it, actually. Might have been painted over with a brush. That's neat. Although that's so much work for the painter. Kind of reminds me of the what's his name? There's a few people, right? There's, I think, Alohai or some. Oh, is it Alohai? I actually don't remember what the name was. But the metal engraver artist from Korea. There's one person who does that, and then there's the guy from Vietnam. I think it was like Benz Jr. or something like that. Those two people make really cool like engraving like art. Like they've done it on keyboards, and I mean, but they also work with like badges, like guns, like you know, all kinds of things. But kind of reminds me of that. But you know, I mean, in a way, it's just like, imagine having this one artist doing Apsuni. Thank you, Apsuni, not Alohai. Alohai, somebody else actually. So that's an enthusiast name. Yes, Apsuni. Yes, Apsuni and Benz Jr. I think those are the two folks who make really cool engraving art on like keyboards and other metallic stuff. But it's so cool. It's amazing stuff. But yeah, it kind of makes me think, like, imagine having this one person, right? Like this one handcraft kind of artist doing this work on, like, you know, dozens of keyboards. It's so time consuming. It's crazy. I mean, I heard that the Benz Jr. Person takes like months on a single keyboard, you know, just to get that done. So the amount of work that goes into those is insane. I love my custom Jetfire weight. Oh, wait, what's your custom Jetfire weight look like? LFK, do you have a picture? Also, EPP, goodbye. Have a good night. I thought it was from some GB though, not one-offs. Oh, is it from the Smitty Steve group buy? It was like on Geek Hack. Pretty sure. I think if you look up like duck keyboard weights, I think you should be able to find it. I think it was Smitty Steve who ran that. I remember because I entered for the Blackbird one at one point and the Viper one, I think, at some point in the past. A long time ago. Oh, and the Lightsaber one, I think. Or I don't know what it was. It was like one of those. Or several of those. Bought the whole board secondhand? I see, yeah, that makes sense. Might have been just included with it. Since maybe the original person purchased the weights for the board specifically. That makes sense. A lot of those weights do move with the boards, so nowadays. But yeah, it's cool. Those are the ones? Yep. Yeah, like custom engraving work is really cool. Definitely something that we see occasionally in the hobby of like people like customizing their boards with custom engravings and stuff, like outside of like factory work. Man, it's really cool. Definitely something that so much manual labor goes into them. It's definitely a labor of love. Alright. Almost done with these stabs. Kind of nice that it's split backspace. It's only 3 stabs. Pretty easy. Big Macs and Onions, hello! Duck Blackbird looks sick. I finally ordered an FRL 1800. Oh, which keyboard do you get for that? There's a few options now, right? It has been a while since you've caught a stream, yeah. I joined the Cypher round 4. Very cool. Yeah, West Foxtrot cable car designs, right? They do really neat work. I mean, they've done a lot of boards. The Prophet, the Cypher, the Angel, the Phoenix. All pretty neat boards. The Cypher is definitely quite popular. And I mean, that's why it's round 4 already. A very work-friendly board, so to speak. A long day at work, no worries. No worries. Ho ho, Chamchi, hello. Korean aluminum always tickles my pickle. How's it going, Chamchi? How are you doing? Where are you right now, Chamchi? Are you? I forget. I always ask you this because I always never know. It's like, are you in Korea or are you in Canada? You're in Canada right now, right? Yeah. Okay. Toronto, man, I should visit again sometime. I visited Toronto. It's been a while now, like basically half a year ago. I should visit again, and if you're there, definitely meet up, hang out, grab a meal or something. Toronto, quite a lot of folks over there though too. Lots of folks to meet out there. At least in keyboards. I'll be hiding under Alex's bed. Sounds good. I do know that Alex moved relatively recently. It's a nice place, I think. Super Switch, ¿qué onda? Sandra, how are you? How's it going? Are you going to NK meetup? I'm not, unfortunately. I actually have some other plans. Slash, like I'm just not available for the weekend of the Novel Keys meetup, so I'm not making it out, unfortunately. It's kind of unfortunate. Really, I did contemplate it. I was looking to accommodations and tickets and all that stuff, but yeah, it didn't pan out. I'm doing so good. Oh, that was a very optimistic reply. It's very nice to hear. Excited for my upcoming vacation? Oh, I bet you are excited for vacation. Who wouldn't be? I love vacation. Dude, I know it's just so expensive for a couple of days. Oh, you mean for novel keys? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the accessibility thing, and most specifically the accommodations, is really what kills the deal for the Novel Keys meetup, at least for anyone who is flying in. Because, like, I think there's, like, some big football-related event or something like that during that weekend, like the November 11th, 12th, that weekend. And so, it like, really drove prices up for everything, for accommodations in the area. And so, yeah. At the end of the day, I was like, it's a pretty expensive trip, too. It's just rotten timing, yeah. Yeah, I don't really think anybody's at fault. It's just timing. It's just timing, and I guess, local businesses gotta support, themselves, so I guess it makes sense that there's price hikes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, yep, I definitely contemplated it. I mean, we did talk about it briefly, and yeah, honestly, do wish I could have gone, but yeah, it definitely conflicts now for me, so. Is there a reason why you're using cherry styles for the build? Why not TX or even Stavies? Just because I had, yeah, it's just because I was asked to use cherry. I mean, like clip-ins. But yeah, cherry clip-ins work fine though, so no real issue with them either. All right. So let's test out these stabs. Where's my bag of keycaps? What keycaps are we slapping on? I believe Mr. One Drunk Man requested some CRP Orange Cyrillic or something similar to that earlier, so we might try that. Otherwise, we'll see. We'll see what kind of CRP, but CRP was requested earlier, so we might try that to respect that request. I'll be happy with any beige PBT on silver. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. Just gonna double check the spacing between these guys slash the alignment. Looks pretty straight. Anyone seen anything good in theaters? I haven't seen anything that piques my interest as well, actually. I actually feel exactly the same way as you do. I haven't really had any interest in any recent movies in the theaters. I actually don't. What was the last movie I watched in the theaters? Actually, don't even remember. What was it? It was in the summer, probably. Or was it before that? What was? Yeah, I think Everything Everywhere All at Once might have been the last thing I watched. I think you might be right. Either that or like Doctor Strange or something like that might have been the last thing. It's been a while, but yeah, I don't really think there was anything in the theaters lately that caught my attention. I was like, I really gotta go to the theaters and watch it, because that's the thing. Also, theaters are well, progressively more expensive in general, right? And specifically more expensive here in New York City. And so if you're going to theaters, it kind of better be worth the time, you know. Especially like, you know, if you just go have the full experience of watching a movie. That said, you know, I do like going to movies a lot in general. Like, I like the movies. Just the whole experience is fun for me. But do sort of wish that there were more things to watch in a way. Have a few excuses to go. Didn't really care for Doctor Strange. It was okay. It was not memorable. That's for sure. Thor I didn't watch either because I actually think I heard that it was not good, so I just didn't even bother checking it out. But I would say that kind of goes that's kind of in line with my experience with a lot of the, you know, superhero Marvel cinematic universe type of movies these days. Like, I don't have a strong interest for them. Unless some people recommend it, but even then it's kind of like not super invested. Yeah, not super invested. Love the experience of movie going, but it's just diminishing returns. Yeah, exactly. It's just not a good deal. It's just not a good deal. My rate is at its low right now. I mean, I do feel like it's kind of been in that. But I mean, that's it kind of makes sense. Like, I don't really feel like it could be on its way up either, because it's already been so many years, you know? And if you want to make a cohesive story and that kind of stuff, it's not an easy job. And we've kind of seen a good chunk of it, like the Avengers, that kind of stuff, you know? And then, yeah. It's hard to tie it all up together, and of course generations change and writers change and opinions on it change. So movie tickets and concessions are way more affordable here than the mainland. Yeah, I guess considering that, and you still find it being a diminishing return, definitely makes it a more universal truth that it's not quite worth going. But yes, everything Everywhere All at Once was a very, very good movie. I actually, like, you know, that movie really made me tear up, and it was very, very good. The actors were great in it. It was bizarre in its own way. And honestly, it was a really cool film watching experience. So I did enjoy that movie quite a lot. Can't stress enough how much I enjoyed that movie. Yeah, it's definitely one of those movies that I would watch a couple times or something like that, to really kind of get extra out of it. I love X-Men more than the Avengers. Darker, less cheesy jokes, and everyone isn't super OP. I guess somewhat, yeah. Although there are some mutants. I guess not specifically in the movies, but in the universe, there are some mutants that are pretty out there. So, but I guess you're not terribly wrong. Am I gonna run out of switches here? I might. Am I gonna be missing one switch? Oh, the good thing is I actually have an extra switch here. Oh, never mind. I guess we're not running out here. Everyone has like one superpower. Fair. Let's switch to silver. Actually, I don't really like that one. Could be an opportunity for DC to overthrow Marvel. Maybe. don't really see it happening, but I guess it is true that it could be an opportunity. Yeah. What's my favorite Marvel movie? You see, I think they've kind of all diluted into this giant mumbo jumbo that I don't really have a memorable one. I feel like the earlier, for example, I enjoy like the earlier Thor movies. I enjoy like some of the earlier Iron Man, but like not Iron Man 2, for example. I think the first one was fine. I actually have to rewatch/watch like the Amazing Spider-Man, which I haven't. You know, I said I would. I started and I never finished, so there's that. Guardians of the Galaxy was fun. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was actually pretty fun. It was just like it was just comical, and it had a nice mix of things. Between like playing with the lore and the universe itself, and a lot of like fun little things. The soundtrack was really good, yeah. The soundtrack was really good. But yeah, I would say like it's kind of been. I don't think of the MCU anymore as something like wow, as much. Maybe it's a good chunk of that might have to do with the fact that I just lost interest. I'm just not as into superheroes as I used to be anymore. Maybe I guess part of growing up. I don't know. But yeah, there's a bit of that. Black Panther was fun. To be quite frank, I also really loved a lot of the SNL skits and whatnot that came out after Black Panther. Those were hilarious. So yeah. Oh, actually, you know, I didn't need an extra switch. I actually found one here. I don't know why I took that off. Oh, great. So I can take the one I had here off. Just use this one. Do you think superheroes are fake? What? What are you talking about? Superheroes are fun. I think superheroes, like the existence of superheroes, like in the literary sense, like in the more like they exist in this like, you know, fictional world, or and also they kind of represent something in society, I guess. I think it's fine. Like, I think that's kind of cool, you know? There's a cool factor to them. Something you aspire to be, or like a role model, or, you know, it's like all the things that you aren't, or all the things that you might think like, oh, what if I took this one trait and elevated to the next degree and had like, you know, all these human, like more human aspects of them. And that kind of shines, right? That kind of shines through. I mean, that's fun of the superheroes, like the whole universe, is like to see them as these individuals who have these powers, but then they're also flawed in their own ways. And you see them interact with each other, or interact with like the city or the environment they're immersed in, and that's the fun part, right? But yeah, I think superheroes are fun, like at least in this particular literary world. Like, it's because you're trying to, like, you know, do you kind of characterize them based on their superpower, or do you characterize them based on their other like human slash general personality traits and whatnot? And that's also what distinguishes them a lot, right? Like, some of them are complete goofs, some of them are super serious, some of them have like a very strange, you know, idea of justice, or what, like, you know, they project a lot of what their earlier experiences might have been. Some of them maybe, you know, have childhood experiences that kind of project into their like general like superhero act. You know, it's interesting. It's fun. It's fun because of that, though. Like, it's a lot of like that world building and just like person building too, like individual wise. But that's why superheroes are, I think, are super fun to watch and like to read about. Is that a Lube PCB? No, this is a McLovin Studio PCB. Yeah, the Netflix Marvel shows are super underrated in my opinion. I haven't watched a lot of them, so I can't say much. I can't comment because I never caught up. Infinity War is probably my current favorite. Infinity War, yeah, definitely very, very good. That's very fun. All right, you're gonna hear the noise from the fan, just FYI. Alright, so if you are just getting here to the stream, just FYI, like in the first half an hour of the stream, we covered for the most part the whole new products from HKB that I teased and talked about on Instagram, and then for the rest of the time we've just been working on this GAF TGR 910 build. But I guess for important announcements, you should know that tomorrow is the HHKB Hybrid Snow Edition release on the US HKB store at 12 p.m. Eastern or 9 a.m. Pacific, same thing. But that's tomorrow. Good evening, Diego. Hello. Wait. Well, yeah, Nihon Jam, hello. Finally able to sneak in a bit to catch stream. New HKB items are pretty nice. Order the keycaps. Yeah, I know. Can get them retailed. It's awesome that I get to... Okay, fine. I did purchase the HHKB Snow unbranded type in the aftermarket, which does mean I paid a little more. But that said, you know, worth the penny. And kind of nice that more people get a chance to get theirs. Really cool. Good thing that they're not just a limited item and that's about it. But yeah, very, very happy that HKB is kind of doing that for more folks. Anyway, out of the ones you've seen, do you happen to watch Jessica Jones? I only watched pieces of it, but no, I didn't watch it. Like, I didn't sit down to watch it. No. David Tennant is one of my favorite Marvin villain portrayals to date. You know, I should check out more of the Netflix stuff. There is a lot of stuff on Netflix in general that I haven't like caught up with that I said I would. I think that a lot of it does have to do with the fact that I share my Netflix plan. And then like I kind of like just... There was a time I kind of like stopped watching TV and that just kind of like shut me out of it. But I really should get back on watching all these shows that I missed. The good thing about Netflix is that they're always there. and no commercials for the most part, unlike Hulu. I was watching I think I was watching a show on Hulu the other day, and I was like, and you know, like, there's commercials in between, right? And I was like, man, it's been so long since I've like had to sit through commercials. It sucks. Like, I'm so used to just like letting it play and like it's like nonstop, you know. What do you think of the centered alphas? Sorry, missed at the beginning if you discussed it. Oh, I actually do like the centered alphas. I'm not a huge fan of, for example, like it's like slightly smaller font wise, and specifically, I think I'm not huge into the lowercase modifier keys on the, you know, on the modifiers. Like the left justified and right justified modifier legends on those, on the new ones. That aside, though, I don't mind the centered legends, to be honest, on the cylindrical keys. I've actually been kind of an advocate of it, like, as in, like, I always thought, like, oh, it would be cool to see more centered cylindrical legend keycaps. I mean, centered legend cylindrical keycaps. But yeah, I would say I'm kind of like whatever about it, because at the end of the day, I know I would just pick the blanks. But yeah, I do like the regular style for their, like, you know, from their original, like, I guess from their like age-old versions of HHKBs, like that specific style of modifiers is fine with me. So it's kind of like they're adding more to the repertoire in a way where it doesn't really affect me negatively. But yeah, if you're purchasing your first, like, you know, Snow HKB and you can't do blanks at all, and you just hate the new style, then yeah, you're kind of sold out of luck there. It's overwhelming trying to keep up with stuff. Yeah, I can't do it. I mean, I'm still catching up on a lot of stuff. But that said, I also don't really feel in a rush to catch up with everything. Like, there was a time when, like, you know, like, I had a lot of friends who actually just watch a lot of TV and movies and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I can't really keep up, but I don't feel like, you know, I still enjoyed the time I spent, like, you know, with those folks, even though they were talking a lot about, like, oh, the latest Game of Thrones or the latest whatever show, you know, but it's fine, whatever, not a big deal. Do you think the GAF sounds better than the Monocake TGR 910? Honestly, I don't know. I think they will probably sound similar, actually, because they technically use the same mounting points for the top mount, at least. O-ring mount, I'm not sure. I haven't compared them, like, side by side or anything like that. So can't quite tell you. But honestly, I don't really feel like the differences would be large. Assuming that everything works as intended. That said, I have heard some people say that they prefer the way that the Monocake one was done. But that said, no one has received the actual Monocake 910 either, because the winners haven't been selected yet. But I think it's just like more of an educated guess, educated observation, rather than an assertion that that's the case. So yeah. The GAF mounting is a bit different on the bottom. It's only different for the O-ring. Yeah, for the O-ring. For the top mount, it's identical though. The top mount plate is pretty much the same. They lined up perfectly. Are the invoices out? No, I don't think so. I think they would say they would take at least like 48 hours. So probably another, yeah, probably like another half day I'd give it for people to start saying that they got invoices or not. But yeah, I have to say I would probably use it in top mount anyway. But yeah, if you're using O-ring, I guess it is slightly different at the bottom. Yep. Not that I mind terribly much, to be frank. I'm not too picky, as you might be able to tell. I don't know, the space for the USB-C on the ME makes it less stocky, clacky, creamy, poppy, marbly. I don't mind, TBH, having a onboard USB-C versus daughterboard. I honestly don't care. The seamless look can be nice though on the GAF one, because you don't have to worry about like visible mismatch on this from the sides or something like that. It's just still the same piece that you're looking at. So that part is kind of nice. Oh shit! Did I just solder this? Let me see. I don't know if I soldered it right. No. Pin is right there. It's just kind of bent, huh? Alright, let's test it out. The last show I kept up with was WandaVision, Game of Thrones before that. Oh yeah, I heard WandaVision was good. Also, I mean, there was a whole debate about WandaVision's lore building kind of being dismantled in the Doctor Strange movie, right? Have you watched Vikings? No, I haven't. Let's see. Let's open up this and key tester. Wait. Oh, it's opposite. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright, there. That key is for the ISO key, and that key is for the corner blocker, so that's fine. Everything's working as intended. They completely made away with everything they've built? Ugh, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad, yeah. Yeah, that's the main criticism I heard about it. About, like, Wanda's appearance. Kind of a shame. I mean, for people who are supposedly, you know, storytellers, writers, whatever, should have been more aware, I guess. All right. I guess we're done here. Let's put this into the case, which involves some disassembling of the case first. Oh, that reminds me. I do have some of those TX clips. Do they just work on these? If they do, I'll just put them in. Oh, they do. Nice. Great. Ooh. Alright, cool. Alright, let's open up the case now. Okay, now removing this Toblerone piece. And then just removing the screws here. Alright, what kind of mounting should we try? Actually, where are my other screws anyway? Hold on. I have my top mount screws here too. And then my daughter board screws actually. I don't see them anywhere. Didn't catch that the blank HKB is blank on the case too? Yes, it is completely blank. PCB shoved in case 0 mount. Easy peasy. Sounds like not the way the keyboard should be. But alright. Alright. Open up this bad boy. Let's see here. First. Okay, whatever. What are the actual options though? Oh, top and O-ring. Yeah, actually, never mind. There's no O-ring. No O-ring was provided to me. Oh, guess we only have one option. Yeah, rip O-ring. I don't have another O-ring right now. I could see if I could grab. I mean, like, if you wanted me to try O-ring, I can grab like the O-ring from somewhere else. I probably have a 65% fitting one. Actually, I think the 910 might be currently top, so that could work too. But okay, before that though, I need some screws. It didn't come with one. One would have to use the ME ring. I guess we could try that if you wanted. Top mount gold anyway. I do like top mount a lot, to be honest. Do you think it's just like a... It just works, you know? It just works. Should try adding a DIY brass sheet instead to make it a real TGR. Oh boy. Alrighty. So let's see. Okay. So I guess top mount. How much clearance does this have from the bottom of the PCB? I have no idea. I mean, I don't know what that would be like. Probably like a few millimeters. I mean, it's hard to measure this, to be honest. Like, give or take, I don't know, maybe like what, 3-4 millimeters or something like that. Not much. 3-4 millimeters. I have no clue. It's not too much though. It doesn't look like that much. I mean, I don't know if I could measure it really, but I could try, but it's not quite easy. So I need to know where the bottom of this is, so. Also, it's angled, so kind of. All right. So I mean, I assume it's like maybe like 4 millimeters or something like that. That's my guess. Resin monitor keycaps. All right, let's just do top, I guess. Top is the way, since that's how it came. Alright, so that's that, and alright, let's put this thing on. So kind of a short cable. Kind of a short cable here. Gotta play here with this. Yo, Diego, what's up? Key Circle, hello. How's it going? If you're going to keep one CRP, JI pink or black pink, need someone to stop me from buying more CRP? I like the beige version personally. Just because I actually don't like the way stark white tends to look on a lot of cases. The contrast is a little too heavy, I think. So I personally prefer the beige one. It's a bit more workable and whatnot. But that said, it kind of depends on what cases you actually have to. Zebra Sniffer 69. What a name. Also welcome and thank you. Hi. How are you? Do we know each other? All right, let's peel this off. Oops, I forgot to change my name back. Huh? From what? I do not sniff zebras? Nice board. Oh, what's up, Mr. Crooks? How's it going? Sus. Alright, good old classic MX Blacks in aluminum. We're going out here today with an incredible amount of variety. As you know, this is a very novel type of build. We've never done MX Blacks on aluminum on a top mount keyboard. This is exactly the first time I've done it, probably. And we are about to put the most exotic beige set. Whew, sheesh, revolutionary. Groundbreaking. This is one for the books. Goes into those history books. History of keyboards. Lightning keyboards puts MX Blacks on aluminum with a beige set on silver. 2022, October 25th. What a memorable day. Thoktober Fest. Thocky. As Tim Apple would say, courage. Yeah, that's right. I would be on one of those Joni Ive shorts back when he was still working for Apple, and he was talking about how he decided to change something up, and it's incredibly revolutionary, essentially. Yeah, it's one of those things. Okay, it's an icon. Iconic moment in the hobby. Anyway, all right. So let's give you guys some choices between the beige options that Mr. One Drunkman was requesting earlier. So let me double check here what I have available to use. CRP. Oh, okay. I have a few different sets. I have. Okay, I'll just put them into a poll. Actually, that's probably the easiest way to do this. So let me do that now. Please show that beautiful Toblerone. Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry about the little fuzz here. It's actually kind of like a must be a mark from the plastic piece. Adhered for too long. There you go. It's probably clean now. Alright. Sheesh. Yeah. Alright, so you forgot to peel it? I already peeled it. Right here. Okay. Let's do a poll. Alright, so CRP. What's it? Revolutionary CRP set on silver. I'll give you guys 2 minutes while I see. Cyrillic Knights is one I have. This is R1 set. I have. What's this on right now? I guess I already put Tulip somewhere else. I have Peacock, which is R3. I have Cyrillic Orange, which is R4, and then Desko, ANSI, which is Desko / ANSI, which is the orange mod one, which is R4. And I think those are the 4 options I have primarily right now. All the other ones are like on other boards and stuff, so just don't want to bother taking them out and whatnot for now. I hope you understand. All right, yeah, I think that we'll go with those.
Blue 30 months, I missed show and tell Sag.
Oh, 30 months, Ninewalker. 30 months, okay. I'll do a quick show and tell while we wait for this vote to kind of play out. But, alright, Ninewalker, are you ready? You get like a minute show and tell, okay? Show and tell, here we go. Number 1, we have the HHKB Hybrid Type S in a complete blank white being released tomorrow, October 26th. Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time on HHKB US. This will come in the printed version as well as a blank version, and this will be through the HKB US store or the Fujitsu store most likely. But yeah, this is the blank white hybrid model, and of course it has that battery bump, which is the same as all the other hybrid models. And then on November 3rd, you will get 2 options to purchase for keycap sets later on. Here we have the, I believe this is the unprinted model. So there's the blanks, right? So pretty standard blanks for keycap set. So this will be on November 3rd at the same time at 9 a.m. Pacific. And then the printed version of it, which is going to be like this. Printed version looks like this. Different legends. You've probably seen some of the photos from the PFU listing, from the PFU press release. That's the centered one. Oh, you can ignore that. It's just a piece of cardboard. Alright, and yeah, so that's the printed version. Again, this will be released on November 3rd as individual keycap set sales. So not with keyboards. But yeah, for the option for the two options tomorrow, you get they are with the keyboard. So if you already have an HKB and you're looking for a new one, that's for tomorrow. Alright, that was it. Alright, in the meantime, Desko ANSI R4 actually won over Cyrillic Orange. Oh, cool. Alright. We'll go with that, and I'll be right back. What's the main difference with the new HKBs? Color. That's it. Color and branding. That's pretty much it. They work the same way. They're the same firmware. They work the same way. You know, they're just HKB hybrid Type S. So Bluetooth compatibility. You can plug in a wire to update your firmware or your key map in limited ways, and yeah. And Type S is silencing rings from the factory. Alright, cool. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. with CRP, Desko, ANSI, Desko, whatever. Alright, so let's see. Start with opening this bad boy up. It's like the R5 kit. A bunch of modifiers. Some extra stuff. Alright, let's see. First, put our bits of orange indeed. That's the Desko child kit here first. So let's put our caps lock, our enter, and some of our extra keys here. So the quotation mark. Oh, hello, Visionaire. How's it going? How are you? These punctuation keys. Oh, you know, kind of would be nice to see a 1U key that would work with this, but I guess not. Alright, that's fine. A few extras here. Yeah, Blackbird. I've had this one for a while actually, because it was actually one of my first boards that I had. I mean, well, so it's kind of funny. I actually first had a WinKey Blackbird, like a regular Blackbird with a regular layout, and then got the HKB one kind of later on. Basically, essentially traded the regular one. So that's kind of how it happened. But yeah, it really goes back quite a few years now. Definitely, it was I think my second like Korean custom board that I had. I think my first one being the Octagon V1. But yeah, it's been a while. I think I've asked before, anyone know of any custom switch blockers bigger than 1U? I actually don't know personally. So I will not answer that question because I don't know the answer to it. That GMK solarized? Yeah, it is. It is GMK solarized penumbra, yeah. It's the one with, it's the penumbra with the add-on. The add-on that costs like bajillion dollars. Well, I mean, well, no, but it cost quite a bit because it was a pretty chunky kit. But considering it was sold by Originative, it was costly. Have the add-ons worth it? Yeah, I do agree. I like it a lot, but it was a more expensive kit for sure. Want to buy M65A Solarized Dark? Holy moly, that takes me back. That's that's old. that was one of the ones that were was it Cerakoted? It was Cerakoted, I think, right? Those M65s. I remember from the original batch there was like blue, silver, gray, rose gold, and something else. But yeah, I think there was like the red one, the solarized one, the like Tiffany kind of one, and some other one that was like Cerakoted, I think. Because it was like whatever the B stocks or C stocks or whatever were, ended up being turned into these units, if I recall. So it was something like that. I don't remember the exact details, but it was something like that. It's back in the day, though. That's for sure. Should put some artisans over here, I guess. Just like last time. Yeah. I like my scoop FJ personally. Don't own any Rama boards anymore. But I do like the M65A quite a bit. Yeah, I actually used to own a M65A Hydro Blue version. It was pretty good. I really liked it back when I still had it. I ended up selling that, but yeah, it was a fun little board. It's had its issues for sure, but it was actually pretty nice sounding. I think I had it with a brass plate, and I also had it with an aluminum plate. I think later on, I think I had it with. I had both the nylon bottom and the aluminum bottom, if I recall. Yeah. Oh, where's my up arrow? Huh? Do you guys see the up arrow key by any chance? Oh, it might be in the modifier. Modifier key section. There you go. Good day, Eric. How's it going? All emotes in this channel are by Drew and does not reflect the views of the streamer. Well... somewhat, I guess? Sick Deathmat, thanks. Do you see the 2000 Mini SE? I won the raffle. Oh, congrats! Nasty, that's awesome. I did see it. I mean, I did see that there was a raffle for it. I did not participate in it. So there was that. But I do remember being being aware of it. Yeah. Ooh, this might be a good time to use these nightcaps, keycaps, which I do like. It's a very nice, tasteful tone of orange here. Maybe do put these two guys here. And then I'm trying to decide what the last few should be. It's just a bit of orange and beige, right? I'm feeling like maybe this drip. It's almost like the egg face is drooling. And then maybe on escape I'll do on the escape I might do this is a level caps Joyzabel. I kinda like it. Nice pop of yellow. It's a little out there, but why not? But why not? Are those artisans by makers that you make those yourself? Oh no, they're by makers. I don't make artisans because they're difficult to make, I guess. It's very time consuming and very laborious to make, rather. It's quite the investment, time-wise and effort-wise, to get these made. So no, I definitely collected them. Yeah. All right. When did this run? Oh, the desk mat. So this is called the Habu mat. This was actually a Prime Caps run. So this is actually the albumin. That's the Prime Caps logo right here. The albumin is the Night Caps and Prime Caps collab sculpt, right? So this is the Habu mat. It's Habumat, Habu mat. I can actually type that in chat, so let me do that now. Let me wipe that off. Yeah, the desk mat is the Habu mat. Desk mat. Yeah. Yeah, just the albumin. So the albumin sculpt is a collab sculpt, but the egg face itself is the Night Caps ETF original. Yeah, you're totally right on that part. So actually, you're technically not wrong. It is me, Krelbit. I saw that you got muted too. Finally, I got my I actually got my tracking email. So thanks for that, Krelbit. All right, let's type on this. Alright, are we here? Sound all good? Alright. So, wow, this build was actually pretty fast. Well, I didn't do my sponsors plug, but again, I want to say thank you to HHKB US for sending out the goodies that we showed earlier today. I also got this cool paper coaster that just says Happy Hacking Keyboard, kind of nice. But that said, thank you to HKB for sending out the goodies, the keyboard, as well as the keycap sets, which I'll have to showcase from now on. And also just want to give a quick shout out to all the sponsors that support this channel. So make sure to check them out, !sponsors, to see all of the vendors who support the channel. So, but otherwise, let's try typing on this. This is the TGR GAF collaboration 910. This comes in both silver and black, I believe, and this is currently built with MX Blacks, I believe, 55 gram either sprit or TX springs, and TX films, I believe Lube with probably Trebos not Trebos, Krytox 05 grade 0, and it's a standard full aluminum plate. But yeah, all right. Let's give it a shot, see how it sounds, see if you like it. If you don't, it's okay. Alright, here we go. Choked a little bit, but that sounds nice. It's kind of roomy, kind of sounding on this top mount, right? But it sounds pretty good, nice and clacky, yeah. Wasn't Teja's stream and he had this entry level board that had foam as a crutch. This is bass as hell. Sheesh! Very cherry, yeah. It's very cherry, that's for sure. All right, here are the modifiers just for y'all to kind of listen. That space bar sounds really good with PBT. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really nice. Just I think the perfect balance between a slightly roomy sound, like that is not suffocated by maybe like the case being too close to basically too shut in, and kind of like just that like top mount aluminum plate kind of sound. Sounds good. Sounds really good. Foam it. I mean, could always add some shelf liner. That's all I have actually. I don't have any of like the pour-on stuff, but I do have like shelf liner if you really want it. But I think it sounds good even without. So yeah, we have a GMK space bar to compare. I do have one right next to me, like the one I used for testing my stabs. So I could try that. Where did I just put it? Here. I have a GMK spacebar right here, which I can just take this out and check. So this is just a, magenta GMK spacebar, but it works. So if for a GMK spacebar, it just kind of goes like that. Yep. So a bit more clacky, yeah. A bit louder, yeah. A bit kind of like higher pitch, a bit louder, just in general. I do think that the CRP bars are kind of dense, but a little denser sounding. So kind of attributes that to the sound, I think. Whereas if you compare this to the CRP one, a bit deeper, and just a bit kind of like heavier is kind of how I would say it. But yeah, GMK does sound pretty nice. I imagine with the whole set being GMK, that will sound completely different. But definitely has a characteristic sound to it that's that really differs from what these CRP PVT sets are like. But yeah, CRP definitely has its own thing too. I like it too. I do think like for top mount aluminum plate, kind of like this kind of build, like CRP does sound really nice. And this board in particular, but that's it. I think it's just a matter of trying both and seeing how you like one or the other. XDA next. I remember I sold my XDA sets the day after I got them. They were terrible. I hated XDA with a passion. The texture was terrible. It was way too flat. There were just a lot of things. The legends were not that good either. That was back when the first XDA set had come out. This was through Keycaps. And I was so excited for it because there was like the Star Wars one, like XDA Awakens something set, and like there was this Chinese one. There are all these like really cool theme sets for XDA sets, and I remember getting them, super excited about the legends, saw them, it was fine, and then I tried typing on them, and I was sorely disappointed, and so I ended up selling those right away, at cost, but you know, but XDA was just not great. What build do you have on your F1 currently? I think I should have the same one I've always had, which is the one with GAF Giants, I think. Yeah. It's like GAF Giants on the standard aluminum plate with the regular O-ring or whatever. Okay, so I guess that's that for the sound of this board. Do you think MX Blacks are too high pitched for an F1? No, why not? What's wrong with that? Just give it a try. Just give it a try. Can't hurt. Worst you can do is just have to desolder it, right? Now do I say spacebar? I wish I had all these around me next to me, but I actually don't. Like SA and DSA and all these other sets, all these other profiles. Blackbird test? Sure. It doesn't sound great actually. I don't think my Blackbird sounds great because it's been a while since I've touched that build. It's okay though. It's alright. It's kind of, it's a little, the Blackbird has never really sounded like great to me, but I love the layout, so I guess I use it a lot for when I need like a numpad. You sound great, bro. Please. Alright. Yeah. Here's a Blackbird. This is just MX Blacks, I think, on the aluminum, full alu. Yeah, so. Oh, that was actually faster than I thought. Stabs need less lube or else it's not custom. True custom. Sounds stiff. Yeah, definitely. It's still the same alu plate in the top mount actually. Definitely a bit stiffer than this one, I would say. I actually don't remember where the mounting positions for these guys are. I think there's one right at the middle of the spacebar, if I recall correctly. This is a 6U spacebar, I think. Yeah, I think this is a 6U spacebar actually. Or is it? 625? Oh, it might be 625 actually. I think this is a 625 spacebar, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 625 spacebar. But yeah, a bit different, right? Yeah. That's the Blackbird. Not a fantastic sounding board. I love the layout though, so it's super functional. I really like this board. I mean, especially with the backlight on. Has like backlighting on it. It's very cool. Very, very cool board. It's not bad, yeah. It's alright. I really like the way this board looks, though. I just really like how this looks. This layout is sick as well. And the HKB one is particularly unique, so there's that. But yep, definitely a bit different. A little different. Oh yeah. And again, this is the HKB that we tried earlier. We can also try this one if you wanna. If you just wanna listen to this one. This is stock, okay? So it's completely stock HKB. So. Actually, sounds like snow crunching. Yeah, but actually, for stock, this is so nice compared to the old Pro 2s. Like the new Pro 3 line entirely is so much better compared to Pro 2s. Pro 1s and Pro 2s stock, honestly, really bad. I hated the stabs; they rattle so much. Night and day difference between stock and lube for Pro 1 and Pro 2, but Pro 3 line, like the newest line of HKBs, stock so much better, so much better. That you could use them stock and they sound pretty good, to be honest.
Am I just in time for thought?
You're just in time for thawk, Scruffy Marks. Well, I mean, just arrived, just a few seconds right after I finished that. But yeah, just in time for we thawking. But yeah, so this is the new model that's going to be released tomorrow at noon Eastern time or 9 a.m. Pacific, through the HKB US store front. So this is the model that you'll be able to purchase, either this or the printed version. You can choose between the two. So yeah. Am I hearing Linus Tech Tips? Yeah, that's Linus's voice. Yeah, for the text to speech. Can Canadians buy? I think so. I don't know about shipping, how much it will cost, but I think you should be able to buy one as long as you have a credit card or whatever. You know, like the payment methods. As long as they accept them, you should be able to purchase. No. All right, so that's what it is. But yeah, this GAF 910 sounds exquisite. Sounds great. I think it sounds really, really cool. Really, really nice. All right, so let's show you guys what the board looks like close. And I actually gotta go soon, so we'll probably wrap it up soonish. Yeah. Can you show the back? Yeah, of course I can show the back. One sec. Big Macs and Onions. I tried Topra for the first time at a meetup on TBH. It didn't kind of live up to hype Topra gets. Topra is... I describe Topra as something comfortable. It's comfortable to use. It's not, I would say it's not mind-blowing. It's not something like, oh my god, it blew my mind. And it's like a groundbreaking thing, you know, like totally like blows everything out of the water. And no, I think Topra is one of those things that you can come back to and it's always kind of reliable, comfortable to use. Like, there's a very specific kind of sound characteristic, feel characteristic that is just unique to it. And I mean, like, yeah, it's like a more consistent rubber dome in a way. But especially like if it's like a modded Topre board, I think it tends to be like a really nice experience. But it's like, yeah, it's like reliable and comfortable to use. That's kind of like how it feels. Like, Topre is like one of those things that, because it is like off the shelf accessible, it's an OEM, you know, made board. You can purchase these, you know, if you lose it, if someone steals it, if damage happens, so you can purchase one of these Topre boards and mod it again for, you know, $200, $300, whatever it costs. So that's the nice part of Topre. But yeah, I think that I advocate for Topre because, first of all, the HKB layout I really like, and second, because it's like one of those things that you can easily replace, and also like it's very accessible and easy to use. So yeah, it's like a nice change for sure. All right, so showing you guys the board here and wrapping things up. All right, so this is the TGR GAF 910 for today. You guys can see it up close here. Here we have CRP Desko with the ANSI, the rest of the ANSI. So Desko accents for the rest of the ANSI. Some cool artisans from night caps and level caps and Glyco here. Aluminum plate, silver, looks really clean. Beige and silver, just an ageless, timeless kind of combination. It really looks great. Boring for sure. Tasteful amount of orange there to add to it, as one drunk man said and suggested. Side profile here, of course, it looks a little taller because of those keycaps, but maybe this one will show you a little better. Side profile is just kind of standard shelf style with an angled back, because the angled back comes from this Toblerone kind of weight. In the back here, which is very easily blemished because it's polished, and so it gets dirty really easily. So I've got to wipe it off frequently. But there it is. There's our GAF engraving. Stylized GAF engraving. That's actually line art directly from the artist. So, and that was put onto the weight here. Polished steel weight. Bottom is aluminum. Has a stylized TGR 910 engravings on each corner here at the back plate, bottom plate rather. And then there's a copper weight that lines the bottom portion with the GAF, grimy as fuck, keycaps, line art, or digital art. Very cool. Is the 910 better than the Toma? I would say they're pretty much similar. They're very similar in the sense that they both have top mount O-ring. They have similar aesthetics. And the Toma is a 75%, so it's pretty much dependent on which layout you like more. So I would just pretty much burn it down. I would really just bring it down to like what layout you like the most. So if you like the 75% layout, then the Toma is better for you. If you like the 910 more, then you know, like the 65% layout, then this is it. So yeah. Pretty nice though, pretty nice. You have the ME to compare side to side? Yeah, I do actually. I think I put it over here. Yeah, so the ME that I built was with, I built that one with GATX. It's a little different, but if you want to see the differences, you can see them. So this one also has CRP on it. Pretty much the same size, right? Same size. Actually, no, yeah, they're identical. This has GATX on a polycarb plate, so you can just kind of hear the difference here. I would say the sound is really owed by the difference in switches and the plate. So if this had an aluminum plate, I think it would be much closer. But as far as the aesthetic goes, it's pretty much the same. The main differences are the badge. Obviously, the main differences in the back are quite obvious. The fact that, I mean, obviously the engravings are different. Like this one has a TGR engraving, that one has a GAF engraving. This one has a center USB port with a daughter board, which goes through the steel weight. This one is actually directly on the case, and it has a very intentional seam between the two parts of the case. The two pieces, the bump ons are different, the size of the back plate is different. This one's magnetic, this one has screws. But the rest is pretty much very, very similar. The plate is pretty much the same. The mounting positions is the same. Obviously, this one does have an aluminum plate. This one does have polycarb. So yeah, just so you know, the slight differences here are going to be owed by aesthetic factors, and obviously in this particular case, by the build itself. So this one has MX blacks. So I don't know what's one of those the iconic sentences, like the brown fox jumped over whatever. Anyway, that thing. Yeah. Oh, the quick brown fox jump. There. So yeah. It is the angle of the camera, I think. Oh yeah, actually you are correct. The GAF 910 does have a rounder corner. That is actually true. Yes, that is actually true. The GAF 910 does have more rounded corners. So let's just show you the bottom corner there and the top corner here. You can see the radius is larger on the 910 at the top, the GAF 910. And this is the ME, has slightly sharper corners, so because it's a smaller radius. So that is different. Yes, you're correct. Cute. Yeah, the radius is a bit different. ME just a tad deadlier when swung at a home invader. Yeah. So you can kind of see the smaller differences there. Screw sizes, that kind of stuff is different, but yeah, the rest is pretty similar though. You know, bump ons aside, bottom plate aside, both are great. Both are fantastic. Honestly, like regardless of which one you get, I think they can both be made to sound and feel pretty much exactly the same. Because frankly, the presence and absence of a weight, I don't really think they make a big difference. In fact, heck, I will weigh both of these, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be crazy far off. But yeah. And I actually gotta wrap it up soon, so this will be the last thing I do. Okay. Are we going to talk about whether it's the quick brown fox jumps or jumps? Does it matter? This is one of those actually moments. Actually. Alright. Alright, so in grams, GAF 910 is 1.55 kilograms. 910 ME is 1.55 kilograms. It's the same weight. This is like another one of those V2CE versus V2ME moments where it's the same weight. Oh my god, it doesn't have a weight. It must be bad. It literally weighs the same. It literally weighs the same. I think I understand why it's not quite the magnets, to be honest. It's actually, the reason for that, I think, is because on the V3, no, it's not the difference in resin. On the V3, the top piece is literally just a shell. It just covers the you know, it just goes around the bottom case, right? So you just have that amount of like base, and it just, the rest just gets covered by the top piece, right? Whereas in the V2, right? In the V2 ME here, you have a chunky bottom case and chunky top case, right? That form the two halves. So there's like kind of like more aluminum, so to speak, for the top case here. So which kind of makes up for that difference, and also the presence of the weight. But yeah, they pretty much weigh the same. And that was also the case for the V2 ME and the V2 CE. So there you have it. You know, plus minus 10 grams, let's just say, but they essentially weigh the same. All right, now you know. Now you know. Effectively, you're typing against the same hunk of metal on your desk. So there's that. Yeah. But more weight. I know. Sorry about the little weight mic movement there. You think that was intentional? I don't know. Won't know until the designer says something about it. But does it matter? Probably not. I mean, I do know for a fact that the ME differences were brought about by the designer. Like, I mean, like the magnetic backplate, like the Toblerone, the engravings, all that stuff was something that the designer, you'd see in this case, wanted. So you could say the Model K effect, but at the end of the day, there are design changes that the designer themselves wanted. So there's that. Anyhow, yeah, you would need a prototype to find the actual weight of things too. Yes, so probably not intentional. It just happens to be the case. And hey, voila, it kind of works out, right? Pretty cool. I like both, though. They're both different. I mean, building this with an aluminum plate would basically bring it very close to this. So, pretty cool. Alright, friends. I think I will have to wrap it up there. I need to go do other stuff. But more importantly, I hope you guys had a good time here. We can go rate somebody and wrap it up here. So let's see, channels on Twitch. Mr. Alex is currently streaming. He just started. I see Nine Gogo. I see Andy. I see Shin Wong. I see. Oh my God, there's a lot of people today. I think I saw earlier that Mr. Oh, Aetherak is also streaming. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so we could rate whomever y'all would want. We could go return the favor to Alex. He has rated us so many times actually, and it would be nice to return the favor because I almost always stream later than Alex, and I always feel bad that I'm never able to return the favors. Actually, let's do that. Let's go rate Mr. Alex Otos. Don't get to return the favor often. So, and I think I know he's a pretty quick builder, so I think he'll be able to pass it forward. So we're gonna go see Alex. He's currently doing a Tetra rebuild and maybe a Unicorn rebuild. Sounds fun. So Meowgo raid. Hi Alex. Hope you are having a great Thocky Tuesday. You rock. You rock my thoughts. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Get it? Alright. Alright, there's our raid message. Again, thank you everybody for sticking around. I'll probably post a typing test or whatever of this. And otherwise, I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Somebody was asking about the Thika rubber hose build. I was planning on building it like actually today, but the reason I'm not is because I know that I think Gym Leader Nathan and Shin Wong and Jiorin were recently building their prototypes. So I wanted them to kind of have the attention that people like, you know, wanted to check out the Thika rubber hose board. So I'll do the Thika rubber hose build on a day that nobody else is doing, so I don't actually overlap in viewership, and also, you know, so just supporting fellow keyboard streamers and whatnot. I think that would be nice if you guys checked out their builds too. So yeah, all right, friends, I'll see you on the next one. I'll catch you later. Bye bye.